Great success?
Yeah, dude, look at you go! Hell yeah!
Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone.
Janice is the best. Can we walk in and shake his hand again?
No, we ain't gotta do all of that.
What's your name, buddy? Shelby. Shelby? Jason, nice to meet you.
I'm Brent. Janice.
Janice, nice to meet you. That's who we call.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited because I entered because I wanted my son to win it.
What do you want to see?
Everything.
Everything. All right. Good answer.
Good answer, yeah.
Wow, you will start with Rick's office. Rick's office is cool. You don't
It's
wanna
the least exciting part probably to you.
Wow.
I'm sure you've seen some of the podcasts, right? Maybe? You're that embarrassed of the...
It's messy.
Oh, well, mine's kind of dungeony right now.
So yeah, all the podcast stuff Rick does in here. Trelly, if Ricky's here, Trelly sits in his
She's
office.
the permanent guest.
Yeah, if Rick's not here, she comes. I'm second best. She'll come to my office, but she likes Rick the best. Brad's cutting. You go up here. It's a freaking laser beam, man. You gotta look at it. What's your day-to-day business? Oh, dirt work. All right.
Dump truck, track hoe.
Yeah, so you probably got plenty of electric at your shop. We had a dump truck flip over out here the other day. You guys got race cars too?
Yeah, we got a few little hot rods. He got a square body Chevrolet and a little S10, and I got a 55. She got a Fairmont. She's got a Fox body.
All right.
That's what I was telling him. We actually met at the drag strip.
And we met at the drag strip too. Yeah, we're domestic partners.
We've been together for 3 years.
We've been together for 26.
Oh, well, we got a ways to go.
What's your secret?
We'll introduce you to Stevie. Stevie's back here making congratulations. Stevie's back here making anti-lawnmower stuff. Starts off with that. And then he's got like a 3-step process. And then at the end, it obviously doesn't push the wood here. Here you go, Janice. It's like race car jewelry. Cool. That's what Stevie's doing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Alright, you want to go meet the rest of the boys?
The exciting part. Hey, whoa, hey, I'm just saying he's a welder. He's not a machinist.
This side's really the boring side. There's not the cool stuff right here.
You here to stick some metal together? How you doing, man? How you doing, Mama? You get hug. Glad you guys made it up here. You excited? Did you see your welder?
I did.
Okay.
You know a little bit about welding, right? But I'm going to take you from the top. That way you know, like, what to do.
Right.
That's how
this is something completely new, so I don't
yeah.
know anything.
Yeah, you're going. So, first things first, you get in, you turn your gas on. You already know that from MIG welding, right? Then we're going to flip our welder on. These have a big flip in the back, so it's just right here. And then that turns your screen, all that stuff on. The rad thing that I love about these is they have a gas purge just right here. So you can hit that, and then you can check and see what your flow is. Just right. And then the other thing that does is in the morning when you start, that line needs all the gas through it, right? So like even on your MIG, I'm sure you kind of grab your trigger to get it full, right? So this gets you ready for the day. You can check, adjust that if you need to. On the bigger, like I like them around 20 CFH. On the bigger cups, like the Furyk that we gave you, a lot of times they want a little bit more gas flow. So that about 30 CFH. So it just depends on what you're doing. On aluminum, never use, I don't love those big cups for aluminum. You're gonna use a small cup for that, a little lower on the CFH. And the great thing is that Ricky's documenting this. So anything you forget, you can go back and watch, which is tight.
So Shelby, this will be your first time ever TIG welding. Alright.
I'm gonna show you the principle here, and then we'll start. I'll show you this, and then we'll kind of go from there. You know what? Before I turn my jet, I should tell you what tungsten is. It's different to teach someone from the beginning, because you're like, you forget all these things that like
little things that
you're like, you just know that, but you don't. So This is 3/32 tungsten. This is for, they got fancy names, but we typically run a purple tungsten. So just remember that. And I think that we gave you, I think there's tungsten in that pack from Furic, so you'll have something to get you going. I run 3/32 tungsten on everything. So some guys like to switch up for different things that they're doing, but this works fine for absolutely everything. This is a gas lens, okay? So you don't have to weld with a gas lens. Let me go get it. This is just a regular one. So basically, this is your, they call this a collet, and then this is your collet body, which, so basically the way, if we took our gas lens out, this would spin in, and then you would use a cup like this. So this is like just a standard cup, right? We pretty much, most TIG welders always weld with a gas lens. There's guys that do prefer this style of cup on aluminum, but what I do is I still run my gas lens, but I'll run like a small, like number 6, number 7 cup on aluminum, and that works really good for us. The thing you got to be careful of with these is like sometimes this screen can get all gummed up and look bad, especially if you're welding really dirty metal and things like that. So just keeping extra ones of these, which we gave you some of those. So basically that spins in, and then the collet goes in, and then this is your back cap. This is just a number 10 Fury cup, which we did give that's in your pack. So this is like the bigger, fancier cups. When you're learning, I don't think that this is worth it because it's a lot. This is kind of a lot to handle. It's just a little bigger. It's harder to see the puddles, stuff like that. So today we'll probably just use this small. This is like a number 6 or 5, but this is just a small regular cup. And the reason I like that when you're learning, it's just you can see the puddle better, you know, all that stuff. So we got that. We taught you how to sharpen. We taught you the basics of the torch. I think that's good. I should have called my welding school teacher to come in.
Yeah, could have given you a freshener.
Yeah, Mr. McKinney, yeah, he could have came in and helped us. All right, I'm gonna strike an arc. You want to sit next to me, and then I'll kind of show you the basics here. Now, we're gonna have to figure out how you want to do filler wire. So,
Poke it through my sleeve.
all right,
Sharp me and poke it through my sleeve.
all right. Well, Jaybird's a master of coming up with things, so we can figure out something. But honestly, in the beginning here, I probably won't start you with any filler because you kind of got to get used to reading the puddle and, you know, just basically we just need to push metal around.
Because when they put my helmet on, the way I can walk.
Yeah, go ahead and put your helmet on. Now, I should explain this to you. We want, like, basically the width of that cup is about, like, the exit of that cup is about how much stick out you can have, okay? That's a general rule of thumb, all right? So something like that's good, all right? Now, we're gonna start, and you see the puddle there? Can you see it all right? Oh, we should have checked to make sure his hood was on.
Oh, I didn't know there was an on-off switch for this thing.
Oh yeah, it's still got the protective plastic film on.
Oh, it's a new.
Here, we see we didn't cheat you, you know, we weren't out here using your hood.
Done it many times. I forgot to leave my hood on the ground and strike an arc and blind myself.
For insurance purposes, I probably should have checked it. Oh yeah. This thing's nice. I want one now. Oh, that's nice. Now that we know that we won't blind the kid. I'm sorry about that, Joey. You won't be able to see all day now.
Used to it. I always forget about it.
Alright, plop her down. He said, I can't see anything. Alright, can we see it now? Oh yeah. Alright. So that little puddle, we're just trying to push it. Right? Now, when you're doing this, a lot of guys, like I was just a bad example of that. I'm just pushing the puddle and I'm like holding it like this. We don't want to do that. We don't want to learn like that, because what happens is once we introduce filler and you're trying to weld for a long time, your hand's going to get super hot. You know, so that's not practical. So we need to hold the torch back here, you know, and give yourself some space between you and the source of heat, right? So when you're learning, we're just trying to push a puddle and make it consistent. So like, flop your head forward. So a lot of times we'll start and then we want to be consistent with that foot pedal. And we're just pushing that along. And for this metal is about an 1/8 inch thick. So I want like an 1/8 inch thick bead. So the thing to remember when you're TIG welding is when you're MIG welding, you're manipulating the torch to get it to do, like to get dimes, right? This, you don't manipulate the torch typically. Now there's asterisks for that, but typically the way that we're producing a dime or you know, is that's with each dip of the filler wire, okay? So that's what's, and I'll show you. So, the other thing with filler wire, so this is all dirty right now, I was just using it. You want to cut that off because you're always trying to start with clean metal, right? Everything needs to be clean. So with TIG welding, we're going to start a puddle, and then we're going to dip, 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 dip. See how I'm dipping right on that leading edge? That's the thing, is like, a lot of times when people do this, they try to like really get in there, and that's not what needs to happen. You're just trying to dip on that very leading edge of the puddle, because this will run to the heat. It will always get there. So you just gotta right there on the edge of the puddle, right? Basically, like however many thousandths this thick, that's about how many amps you can start with, right? That's a decent gauge, so that you know, like, okay, I can basically crush this pedal and, you know, it'll do this. So that's a decent way to start. A lot of the reason that doesn't work too when you're a beginner is your travel speed's so slow that a lot of times what the amperage it's telling you to weld at, it doesn't work for you because you're taking so long to move your hand. So like I said, that's just a place to start, you know. I got this about a little over 100 amps, let me see. See, yeah, if you're going fast, that's all right, you know what I mean? Let me turn it down. All right, let me go here. I'm gonna trade these spots too.
Maybe the fit my hand. I got some big hands.
Yeah, I don't remember what size we ordered.
I think this is a large.
I have other ones
I
too.
think me and my dad both wear 2X.
Oh, you got some big
That
head.
ain't cool.
Okay.
I ain't well without gloves.
No. We got.
Probably should wear mine.
Yeah, that's all right. Oh, I know. If one of Stevie's got the man hands.
Stevie does have some. Well, so does Jay. Does he not wear gloves though?
Jay wears a large and he's stretching.
No.
You
squeeze it in there.
That's a little tight. Let me, yeah.
That's not the right glass slipper.
I thought I had the biggest hands in the shop.
That's what I told him. I said, if anybody's got it, it's gonna be beat. Well, no. Let's compare these hands. I thought Jay had a big hand, but Jason said that he just squeezes those into a large.
I got extra large.
You got XLs?
That's what I got.
Oh, okay. Well,
You like Chipotle?
I was just asking him.
You've never had it?
I asked him. I said, they got Chipotle in Mississippi? Yeah, they ain't got them.
Oh, you gotta try Chipotle.
Like Mexican.
Authentic.
You'll love it.
Authentic.
You'll love it.
Chipotle sponsored this video.
The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
I stole that from the guy with the biggest hands. That's Stevie's gloves. All right, how's that feel?
That's good.
Is
That'll
that
work.
better? Yeah, perfect. All right. Cool. All right, you're gonna trade me spots so you can get you pushing metal around. So just like smooth motion, which I don't think you have a problem with that because you already know how to MIG weld. You know what I mean? So let's just push. Just do that a few times, and then what we'll do, if that goes good, then I'll clean the edges of both these plates, and then we'll just practice fusing the plates together.
That's one thing I want to, like, if you just butt two together, do you have to fill it with rod, or can you just...
You want, yeah, you do. So, yeah, it is. So, there is circumstances where fusing is a viable option, right? Like, I used to weld for a company that produced electrical parts. So, we couldn't add material because it would change the current of it. So, we had to fuse everything. So, there are circumstances where that is acceptable. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to be adding for it. So, all right. Grab your torch there, and then pedals right there. This is gonna, basically, you can do this a couple different ways. You can drag the cup. There's a lot of people who do that. If you want to drag the cup, I'll push this in a little bit more. Or you just try to keep it steady, right? Now, this is only you want to get as close as you can without touching it. So about a 1/16 of an inch away, and then crank the pedal, and then it will arc start. Okay.
Okay, so like pedal wise, just a certain amount, or just?
So right now I have it set up on around 100 amps, so you'll be able to go full blast on this. Typically the way I do is once you kind of get used to welding, I'll be pretty aggressive when I start, and then I'll back off a little bit. But this one, just kind of roll into it for now like you're taking off on a dirt bike or whatever, you know what I mean? Oh, you already got the hood flipped down.
Yeah, that was very professional.
yeah.
Been doing this.
All right, go closer. Yep, there you go. Now start. Yeah, all the way. Now push the pedal all the way ashore. But don't touch the, there you go. Don't touch the tungsten. There you go. A little faster. There you go. Well, yeah, about that speed right there is where when we start adding filler. Perfect. Nice. There you go. So let's just practice that. Start getting used to pop, and then move. But that's good. See how nice and consistent you did there? That's because you can MIG weld. So that you already understand that constant speed is what makes this deal good. Okay. Go ahead. So when you go to stop, this is what's different than MIG welding. So you'll go to stop, you'll let off the pedal, and then keep this down here until the gas is stopped, right? Because that's protecting the weld from contamination, right? So the whole gamut here is keeping gas on the weld, right? So let that cycle through, and then once you hear it cycle, then you'll pick it back up. You know what I'm saying? So, like what a lot of people do, especially when they're coming from MIG welding, is they stay on the pedal and then they move the torch away, and then it's like, lightning storm. So when you're done welding, lift, hold there. Like TIG welding, dude, is all about being calm. Like I tell our guys, it's like meditation, right? Like you gotta be like, just everything's gentle, smooth. We're not in a hurry to do anything. It really helps me. Cause like I'm like, Rick can vouch for me here. I'm like this all day. So I actually, welding is coming over to TIG welding is so calming for me. Cause I'm like, I have to slow down and I have to pay attention to what I'm doing, and it's gonna take however long it's gonna take. I'm a person that wants to make everything hurry up. You know what I mean? Right. Like get it done. All right, let's try again.
So, question for myself.
Yeah.
Was that not being protected by the gas? Is that why that's like a...
No, so actually this little spot right here, he didn't have enough pedal, so he was kind of scared to womp on it.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna start womp, okay? Womp, womp. And then that's gonna get it there, but what happened is, see how this is like, this is your heat affected. So this is your weld. Outside of that's the heat affected zone. So you didn't have much heat here. So basically, Rick, that colored really nice because didn't have a lot of heat, had a whole lot of gas coverage.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
try again. Perfect. There you go. So once right there, see that speed right there? When we started introducing filler, that's about where you want to be. And you're doing a good job with, yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. You're a good learner.
Nice. Very nice.
So the thing about TIG welding, when you're actually really welding, everything has to be clean. So like when you're MIG welding, it doesn't really matter as much. So
Scaly stuff.
no, so this plate here, this is just a cage plate for a cage kit. But see that like shininess? That's what come off the laser. So that's actually some mill steel. So what we'll do, I'm gonna take it over there and I'm just gonna use the wire wheel and clean that up. Okay? And then this metal, this is no scale on it. So that's why we can weld right over it. But if it was like a metal that had a darker scale on it, we need to clean the scale.
Feeling good? Looking good.
So I just want you to melt this edge into this one. Okay. Cool. So that's full metal, okay? And you're just gonna walk it down through there. Now you can manipulate your torch just a fuzz because you're just using it. You know what I'm saying? So we're just practicing our control, okay? So like even to your point, like even without any filler, like that looks nice, right? So see right? So that's just melting it together. That's we're not adding any. It's considered what they call a fuse weld. There you go. Yep. Slow down just a little bit. There you go. Perfect. See how that's flowing a little better now that you're going slower? Alright, let me take a look. There you go. Not bad. Yeah, tight. What do you think? So, while we critique right now, you're doing it. Most guys that I try to teach how to TIG weld, they leave this cup, they take it way too far away. Your only thing is you're a little close to that. So, I'm gonna just a fuzz, like not much, because you hear it like, that's because the tungsten's getting to it. So, if that ever happens to you, just over time, they do, just plop a new one in there, and then I forgot that I had taught them how to do this. So you'll sharpen, you'll leave that loose, and then it should, yeah. That one was, see how that's all jacked up? It was hard to get it in. And then you just tighten it. All you do is so just finish that out, go all the way to there. I'm not gonna hover over you this time, I'm gonna give you some space.
How's it looking?
Oh, you welded all of it. There we go. That looks good. All right. I lost my dangle.
This is Jason all day.
Oh, dude, I should have tethers on. So we'll start adding filler on the flat plate, and then we would go back to that. Okay. So same thing, start, and then once you get a nice full funnel, that's what we're going for. Trying to make little caterpillars. All right. I'm gonna grab some painter's tape, and then we're gonna figure this out together. All right. And you want to try it? We could try to poke it in there. While I'm really good. Oh, dude, you got it dialed in right there.
As long as it don't get too hot.
Yeah. We need to figure out some sort of heat and seat deal for that.
Yeah, that might.
All right. Let me think about this.
I mean, it's just for splatter. It's not really going to do anything for heat. You know what I mean?
That way, do that. There we go.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
we're
yeah.
cooking with.
I thought he had like a leather cap, but that still works.
Let's try it. We're in this together. We're gonna figure this out. Now keep the filler away until. Oh, hang on. So get your arc started and your puddle going, and then so leave that back, and then bring it in. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Now it's go. There you go. Now pick up the speed if you can. There you go. Alright. Alright, let's take a break. Todd! You're fired! Dang, dude, look at that! That's awesome! You killed it!
If you can make if you can leave voicemails, Todd really is fired.
Man, that's awesome! That looks perfect! Todd's out of here, boys.
Dang, that's a huge difference. Dang.
I can't be replaced, but
Brad, look at it. That's so good. It looks awesome. Hey, that's all good, boys.
Yeah. I'm ready to retire, bud. You're hired.
Heck yeah, buddy. That's awesome.
He never TIG welded a
That's
day in
huge
his life.
It's natural.
Dad, you want to watch?
Oh yeah. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, dude, you're killing it. Dang, boys.
Giving me the confidence I can do this for sure.
Yeah, Rick's gonna have to try today. I'll be honest, I've never taught someone that has no TIG welding experience that's been able to do it that quickly.
Dang.
That's impressive. So, Lori, right here, and he'll agree with me, is he just sat there because he was nervous to go, and then he just kept sitting there. And then what happens is if you get stuck and you just let that heat build up, and then you try to go, it turns to crap. You can't really fix that.
So this is just a more, like you said, you figured out the flow. You're going with a consistent low speed.
Well, and like, so before he welded this one, you could see, so the idea is, see this heat affected zone?
Yeah.
We want it to be consistent. So like, see how this one, it's basically about the same heat affected zone all the way down?
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. So in a race car specifically, here, I'll take you over here so you can look at it. If this car crashes, it's gonna break in the heat affected zone. So like this car, 083 wall on a chromoly car is the thickest it is, which is not very thick. So we're trying to get enough heat in it to melt the metal, right? But not overly affect the whole piece. So like, if you look at a car that's welded by somebody that's newer at welding, this heat affected zone is probably double of what that is. Because what they do is, what you have on the bench is, I'm stuck, I'm just gonna keep holding here until I figure it out. That's the bad thing to do. If you get stuck, stop. So that you don't overly affect that with heat. So you can see all of them, like just barely. The whole race car has small heat affected zones. That's what we're looking for. So get in, get out, and if you're struggling, like the other thing a lot of newer welders do, or any someone that's newer at anything, it's going wrong, but you just keep going. Stop. Just stop. And then when you get uncomfortable, stop. You know, so like I'm out of filler wire, or my hand's hot. Like trying to push through that will make the weld way worse. Just start, stop, regroup. After lunch, we're gonna do some more of that, and then I'll show you how to pick up your start and stop on. Hey, we're gonna go to lunch.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love Chipotle. Chipotle is my life.
So, we went to lunch.
How was your first Chipotle experience? Good?
Yeah, not
you
bad.
said it's Subway of Mexican food? Mexican Subway.
So, what we're playing here now is, I got one of our 8/8 loader control arms brackets. I'm gonna weld up a little bit just to kind of show my flow of things. I'm a visual learner. I'm about to drop it. People always ask on the doublers, I'm welding this with a 309 just because we just want the nice color and it just looks aesthetically, it looks nice. After I do that, we're gonna go over, this is the piece that he had fused to begin with here. So now that I feel like I'll probably let you warm up again on this, and then we'll go and we'll try to start actually welding 2 pieces of metal. The way the pulse works is basically it's a controlled doot, 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 and that keeps your timing right. And then the other thing it does is it removes heat out because it's actually taking amperage away. So a lot of like back in the day, people would, and I still do this, I'll pulse my foot pedal. It just takes where you don't have to do that. It's just a little easier, basically. I'm right here, can you see? It's beautiful. Turn the pulse off. So, a lot of times people ask about these big cups. Basically, you can see how much bigger. It's another gas lens inside. This is at number 10, so this isn't even the biggest we run. Basically, just disperses more gas. So it just makes that nice, colorful, pretty weld is really the only difference. Back to the small cup. Oh. We got our first stuff. Hang on, let me fix it. I know, it's still, we'll sharpen it. He's a stick welder, you know what I mean? That's my joke for the day. There you go. Got freaked out in the middle there. So, this is, let's see, that's where we started. Right?
Yeah.
Well, we started here. This is our first couple passes with filler. Then we did this one. And then, look at us go now. Not bad. All right.
Improvement.
So, when you're concentrating this heat, you're going to concentrate it about there because you want that edge to roll down. Okay, so see how that edge is pretty nice and consistent? That's edge control. That's making sure you're not melting it too far this way, or if you're too far this way, then it will fill up. So like hitting it about right there. Yeah, it will work. Now, depending on where you're at, like some things like, so like let's just say this metal is thicker than this one. We're always going to concentrate on the thicker metal. There you go.
Yeah, man.
There we go. Do you like that pulse setting better? Okay. Big difference from the beginning of the day. Yeah. Well, and what I find, man, is most people that we help with this, like you've never TIG welded, but you know how to weld, right? Most people sit at home and they try to do this over and over and over again, and they don't know why it's not working, and they waste so much time. Whereas if you do have someone that's helping you a little bit, like, hey, do this, do that, man, you pick it up so much faster. And it's not the big things, it's like just small little tweaks. And I mean, gosh, that looks awesome. Well, I mean, I think it's time for you to spread your wings, bud. I mean, you're not bad. You load it up. I think, yeah, you're gonna be all right.
Shopping cart.
Yeah, got all we're gonna hook them on with some more additional swag, shop banners, stickers. I mean, they gotta get the full treatment. These bandanas, I think, are cool.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Nice shopping cart.
Hey there, son.
And Shelby's gonna look good. He's gonna be strutting around Mississippi.
Don't worry, I'll do that.
Ain't gonna be able to tell him nothing.
We told him, so we're gonna have to deflate that head to get him in the truck.
All right, we got everything loaded up on the cart. We're gonna get these guys loaded up so they can drive all the way back to Mississippi. So just be on the lookout. This is gonna end this video, but we are gonna do some more giveaways, and you might get the Soldier Boy treatment as well. We'll see you later.